Today on the grid, it is Dream Photo Trip Day. We've got a very special guest, one of the winners of our Photo Dream Trip. Karen is here. She's angry and she wants to talk to the manager. Kuna is Skyping in from Sun and Fun. He's standing by, and we have a raucous studio live audience today. Told you. I told you. We've got some news. We got some updates. We've got some fabulous giveaways today. It's going to be a fine, fine day on the grid, and it all starts in just 11.4 seconds. Let's go.
The grid is brought to you by Platypod, the tripod alternative that is changing the world. Everybody has a Platypod. You should too. Go to platypod.com.
Well, welcome everybody. It is Wednesday, and look, we're panning over to this. See there they are. It's a little dark. Well, we don't like the studio audience. We like to keep them in the dark as much as possible. So why do we have a studio audience today? Well, I'll tell you, but before I do, standing by from the Sun and Fun Fly-In, or the Aerospace Expo over in Lakeland, Florida, we have Mr. Erik Kuna.
Hey, everybody. How's it going back in the studio?
Hey, Mr. K. What's happening, Mr. K? Are you in the media? Were you in the media room?
It is, yeah. I'm over at the press center. Over at Sun and Fun. It's nice. It's air conditioned.
Ooh,
it's
I love
glorious,
air conditioning.
you know.
All right.
Especially when it's 90 degrees outside.
Oh yeah, gosh, it's hot as anything. Hey, we are one of the media sponsors of this event. So it's the second largest air show in America, and we are one of the media sponsors. KelbyOne is one of the media sponsors. That's why Mr. Kuna is in the press room because he's pressing his luck. Anyway, so that's what we're doing. But why are all these folks here? Well, this weekend is something that we look forward to all year long. It is the KelbyOne Summit. So people who are VIP members or Inner Circle members of KelbyOne get invited to this event that we do once a year. And this is only the second year for it. And we all come together and we hang out and we do fun stuff. And Saturday morning, we are going to get on a bus and go to the Sun and Fun, where Erik will already be there. Erik's got his RV over there, so he's camped out at Sun and Fun. We'll be meeting Erik, and then we'll be shooting the air show and doing a lot of fun stuff, including a night air show shoot. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're very excited about it, and that's on Saturday. But we have a whole thing. We start our event kicks off. The summit kicks off on Friday. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we're shooting and polluting, and we're doing all that kind of stuff. So that's where Mr. K is. He's camped out over there again. Everything's set up and ready.
It's an awesome event, and I'm looking forward to it. We were just doing something with Aviation Week where we were talking to photographers about like how to win photo contests, and I've got a special thing for the summit people who come on Saturday from this weekend as well.
Oh, well, there you go. Well, he speaks from experience as he's won the Aviation Week contest. So you even got a cover shot on Aviation Week. I did. And what's interesting was the cover shot wasn't the image that won. Right?
No, it was not.
I know. It's cool. You got double exposure. That's what they call that. Or just a photo pun and a really good one, I think. Okay. Anyway, joining us in a few minutes is Karen Grillion. So I don't know if you guys remember, but we had a contest where we did we picked photographers to give them their dream shoot. She is one of the winners, and she's going to talk about her experience. And we got lots of stuff to give away and stuff. Now, this is usually where Mr. Kuna kicks in. So I'm not a professional.
Well, you know, Scott, I have to say that we did have two winners for that photo contest.
Yes, so I said one of the winners.
I have to give the other winner a big shout out in that we were going to go to a rocket launch. We had it all planned out, but that was the week the hurricane happened. So that's why we had it. So we've been pushing it off. We've got it on the schedule. It's coming up, later on this year. So we're going to make it happen, but it just didn't happen with the timing. But it was good on that. They were very flexible. So I very much appreciate it.
All right. Well, great. Well, Mr. K, I'm not the pro at this, but I'm going to do as best as I can on giving stuff away. Let's see what we're giving away today. We're going to give away a Platypod grip, and you'll just have to imagine you just have to imagine what it looks like. That's what it looks like right there. It is for holding your iPhone, and then the little bottom will mount on your tripod, or it'll mount on a Platypod, and it's actually about the best one out there, honestly, especially for the money. You can buy ones that are as good, but they're like twice the cost. So they got a really good deal. If you want like a really great mount, someone's going to win one of those today. We're going to give away a copy of Moose Peterson's aviation photography book. It kind of ties into what we're doing here. It's called Takeoff, and it is a phenomenal book. And it's probably the best book ever written on aviation photography. And we're going to give away a copy of that today. We're going to give away a copy of Crush the Composition, which is my latest book right now. And we're going to give that away. It's all about how to compose and stuff. And let's see what else we got. We're going to give away a copy of On One No Noise 2024. I'm anxiously awaiting the 2025 version, but we're going to give away the 2024 version. I use it daily. It's phenomenal. And I never used to do any kind of noise reduction, but now I do a whole bunch of it. I can't see the rest of the list. There we go. All right. We're giving away a V flat. We're giving away a V flat, and they've got the new V flat. That's pretty exciting. So we're going to be giving away one of those. It has to be a U.S. address, so it's U.S. shipping only. But we're going to give away a V-Flat from our friends at V-Flat World. And there's also a discount for everybody watching the grid. If when you're checking out, you use Kelby10 at checkout, you get 10% off. And that ain't hay. I think that's all we're giving away. Now, I do have other news that is weird. I get the award, I think, for world's worst timing. So my current book is off to press. Ready? It's called How Do I Do That in My Tesla? Who would have known? I've had a Tesla for like 10 years, right? So, I kind of get a pass. But anyway, so this is co-written with my dear friend Terry White, who is a very big Tesla enthusiast and has many Teslas as well. His garage at his house looks like a Tesla showroom. Well, it probably did. Now it's on fire. Anyway. But it's a book for Tesla owners. So if you own a Tesla and you need a book that tells you you think Photoshop's complicated and has stuff hidden under the hood? This is nuts. Anyway, but it's a whole book. We have one copy. They send us like a pre-production copy. Now you can go get the ebook. The ebook is available right now on Amazon. The printed book, it's going to be a while for the printed book because the book has to be printed, like all books, in South Korea. And then shipped in a very fast ship from South Korea to here. I'm expecting this in like mid-summer. So it's going to be a while to get the printed copy, but and each page just covers one thing that you might want to do in your Tesla. So it's perfect timing. It's excellent. It's wonderful. Anyway, I'm thinking of other books that I could do that are just like that. So anyway, that's what's going on. We got some shout outs here. Anne's here from Stockton. Sherry. Hey, Sherry. Sherry saying hello from Germany. Dean's here saying hi from Missouri. Tina's here from Gresham, Oregon. That's it. Carolyn is here from saying hi from Long Island. Thomas from Dusseldorf, Germany. Dave saying hi from Iowa. Dan's here from South Carolina. And Scott says happy after Fool's Day and Grid Day from Mobile, Alabama. And Rose is saying hi from Christchurch, New Zealand. It's raining here this morning. Thank goodness the drought has been broken. A day for sorting out my photos. All righty. So now Sherry Keene just wrote what her dream shoot would be. Sherry, you should have been here on the day that we did the dream shoot ideas, right? That's the dream shoot ideas. So this is the after party for the dream shoot. And joining us in just a few minutes is Karen Grillion. She actually won one of the two dream shoots that we were only supposed to make one happen. That was the idea. So what we did is we asked, folks to give us their idea. We were going to choose one, but Eric's had one where somebody wanted to do a rocket launch. And he's like, oh, I can make that happen. And then I saw Karen's thing and I thought I could probably make that happen. And so we wound up doing two. So that's the story, and Karen's going to be joining us in a few minutes. All right. I didn't mention this, and Erik would have jumped in. Erik, how do they win the prizes, all the glorious prizes that I mentioned?
Well, It's awesome. It's really easy. All you got to do is wherever you're watching us, you just add a comment, tell us what you'd like to win. And then also, if you have any comments about the show, like people do, share where you're from. Anytime you do that, you're entered to win. We're going to pick a winner at the end of the show for each prize, and then you'll get your prize.
Well, there you go. All right, we're going to take a short break. When we come back, Karen's going to be joining us. We're going to be talking about her dream trip. If you guys have questions, you can pop them in the comments, and I'll be asking her a series of questions as well. That's a very, very dark studio. What you would be seeing if we had lighting. Oh, there we go. Oh, okay. There we go. It's amazing what lights will do. There we go. And stick around. We'll be right back. We're live here on the grid.
Have you been using the AI stuff in Lightroom and Photoshop? If you haven't, it's unbelievable. It's amazing. It's incredible. But it scares the living heck out of me, and I'm not sure I can use it and sleep at night. Which is why I did a brand new class for you. Here's what we've done. I'm going to take you through Lightroom. I'm going to take you through Photoshop. I'm going to show you how to use it all. And then I'm going to show you how to use it where you don't feel dirty. I'm telling you guys, there is magic here. There is productivity gains that you can get that are just going to blow your mind. It's incredible. I'm going to show you how to do the things that you could have done yourself in Photoshop that might have taken hours or weeks or maybe skill you don't quite have yet, and have it done in 12 seconds. Catch my brand new class on how to use Lightroom and Photoshop's AI features and still sleep at night. It's only here at KelbyOne.
Hello, I'm Nikon Ambassador Hilmar Smith, and I'm here at the KelbyOne Studios to teach you the art of creating with what you have. Today, we'll be using 3 simple props. A chair, we have flowers, and we have things made of glass that you can find all over your house to push that creativity and create amazing pictures. Come and join me at KelbyOne.
Hey everybody, Erik Kuna here with a new class for KelbyOne.com about illuminating light painting. We're going to go all into what you need to know to really master this different type of light painting where we're using studio light out in the field. So we're using tripods, we're putting our lights on light stands, we're putting them in different environments, and we're doing all that like we have here so we can get a shot like this. We're going to go through 1 light setups, 2 light setups, 3 light setups, a bunch of light setups. We'll be able to light complex scenes, simple scenes like you see behind me, with say the moon right behind it. So we'll have all those different elements in the class. From the beginning all the way through what you need to know, you're going to master how to use light painting as a tool to tell that story with light at night. So come join me and the moon in my new class on KelbyOne.com.
This segment of The Grid is brought to you by Canon.
A small but mighty crowd. There we go. All right. Thank you, guys, and welcome, everybody. Welcome to Karen Grillion to the show.
Hey.
Her first time in the show, but not her first time here.
No.
You were here at last year's summit, so she's here for the second time. But let me just set up Karen's scene. All right. So we had a show, and we said, tell us what your dream shoot would be, right? And your dream shoot was to go to Cuba.
Yes.
All right, why Cuba? I mean, Cuba is an awesome place.
Because I had just watched one of your classes and you talked about Cuba and you showed pictures and I thought, oh my gosh, I want to go there.
Good answer, Karen.
And I could not believe my eyes
Excellent.
when I was casually watching the grid and then all of a sudden it gets to the end and then they said, Karen Grillion. I could not believe it.
Well, yeah, some people had things, Karen, that there's no way that we could pull off, right?
Yeah.
You know, they're like, I want to go to Africa on a safari. I'm like, that's not in the grid budget. You know what's in the grid budget? Water. That's it.
In Cuba.
And in Cuba, that was it. So, but I had been to Cuba and I knew that I knew a fixer there, right? Mm-hmm. And I knew that I had somebody like, if I can get her to Cuba, right, then I know that I've got someone who'll take good care of her. And
yes.
They did.
Oh my gosh, it was amazing.
Aren't they great?
Yes.
Yeah.
From the moment we met, there were two of them.
That was the same way, right?
Yeah. Chino and Alfonso.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so I found Alfonso through
there they are.
another. There they are. There's a picture of them right there.
That
just
was when
the
we
nicest
first met.
guys. Just and I don't know if it was. It had to be this way with you, but they seemed to know everyone in Havana.
They did.
Like they walked down the street.
we'd be walking by and we'd go into this doorway, and they know the people.
Yeah, they're kind of like, you know, local celebrities there.
Yes.
And they get access. Did you go to the boxing gym? Did
Yes.
you go there?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that something?
It was amazing. Yes.
So there's a boxing gym in Cuba.
There.
There we
Got
go.
that shot.
There's a boxing gym in Cuba, and boxers from all over the world want to train with this guy, and they go to Cuba. And everybody that I talked to when I was there, I didn't talk to any Cuban boxers. All the boxers were talked to a guy from England and a woman from Germany, and everybody was from some guy from Brazil, you know, and I did a Facebook picture for one of the guys. He's like, can you take a picture of me and send it to me? He goes, I don't have any. And I got a nice shot of him when it's guard up.
Yeah.
It looked nice.
They were so willing to let me take their pictures too.
Yeah,
I mean, I would ask them and they were willing.
Oh, it's a wonderful experience. All right. So one of the things that people are always concerned about and ask about is, can you go to Cuba? Like, can Americans go? And the answer is yes.
If you know Julie,
absolutely.
you can.
Yeah, it helps if you know Julie from our staff, because Julie greases a lot of wheels. No, but I think people feel like they can't go. And there's literally, now, what airline did you fly on?
Southwest.
You were on Southwest, because Southwest and American used to be JetBlue. They fly every day.
Yeah.
Now they fly from Tampa. So I flew on, you know, you flew out of Miami?
We flew out of Tampa.
Oh, you did fly out of Tampa.
We came here and spent one night.
Oh, okay.
Flew over.
So there are flights daily from Miami and from Tampa and probably from someplace else. They go directly into Havana. And it's a big airport. I don't want to say it's a big modern airport.
No.
But it's a big airport. I mean, it takes full-size jets. Yeah. But when you get out there and you kind of, you know, you walk off the plane outside.
Yeah.
You know, there's no jetways coming.
No.
You know, you walk outside and you walk in, and it looks like an airport built in the 60s.
It does, just like everything else there.
This will work. Just leave it as is. Now, when I came through customs and immigration, they had card tables set up. Is that how it was?
I didn't remember any card tables, but it was old school.
Yeah, they had card tables, and they ask you these questions. They ask you, why are you coming to Cuba? And you have to fill out this form and you pay something before you go.
Yes.
But they're big. And I told Karen.
To support the Cuban
The
people.
reason you're going to Cuba, do not mess this up, is you are going in support of the Cuban people.
Yes, that's
that
right.
covers a wide range of why you would want to go. And if you answer anything else, then it's up to
scrutiny.
scrutiny.
I was scared. I remembered it.
I'm going to spend money. I'm going to spend American dollars all over the place. They're like, yes, come on down. Did you run into any other Americans while you were there?
Not that many.
No?
It was mostly Cuban people. I did run into another photographer. And he'd been there several times.
Was he American
photographer? Yeah.
We only saw one other American the entire time we were there, because a guy was wearing a Texas Longhorns hat.
Really? I think that was the only American that I saw out on the streets.
Yeah, I think it's because it seems inaccessible. Now, so you had no problem getting through customs?
Nothing.
Did they do this?
Yeah, it was like nothing.
They could care.
They didn't search my luggage.
Less.
Nothing.
They
didn't care what we brought in.
They're just like, come in as quickly as you can. Now, something that happened to me while I was there, and I'm curious if it happened to you. I would get in a car or a cab or just talk to the Cuban people, and their main topic was, don't spend money at government stuff. Did people talk to you about?
They didn't really talk to me about it, but you had talked to me about it, so I knew that, and the photo guides too, told us. So we were with them the whole time, so we knew. We just
you were
went
so
where they
lucky.
told
They're
us
great
to.
guys, aren't they?
Oh my gosh, it was amazing. Yes.
All right, and I'm going to give on the break. I'm going to give Christina the contact information. If you want to go to Cuba, I got your guy.
Yes.
I mean, they are terrific.
They are.
They're lovely people. They're very good photographers, right? And that's Alfonso on the left.
That's Chino on the
And
left.
Chino,
and Alfonso
I'm sorry, on the left, and
Yeah,
Alfonso on the right. I'm looking at the picture and I'm saying it backwards.
Yeah,
And-
but they couldn't have been nicer. Now, Chino didn't speak English, but Alfonso spoke good English.
Alfonso speaks very good. Chino speaks a little
English.
I wouldn't say that he's going to translate your book or anything.
No,
right?
but funny thing is, we had just Chino the second day. He doesn't really speak much English, but we were fine with him. We were able to just communicate. In our own
and he
ways.
would say, "Hey, like, come here, shoot this,
Yeah,
look over
and he'd
here."
point out different things. Hey, dude, that's going to be.
Oh
a
yeah,
great
and he's a
picture.
good photographer.
Yes.
Like sometimes I'd be out there and Chino would like turn his camera around and show me something like, "Where'd you get that?"
I know.
Like, he's quite good. He's got a really good eye.
Yeah.
So
and he showed me his Instagram. It was amazing.
Safety wise, how did you feel in Cuba? Did you feel safe? Did you feel-
Totally. I never once felt unsafe.
Yeah,
And the people were so nice.
Aren't
I
they?
mean, everybody from the time we got into the first cab, which was an old car,
Yep.
went to the hotel. They met us at the door. They walked us up the stairs. They followed us around, basically saying, "Are you okay? Are you liking it here? Are you happy?" We'd be like, "Yes."
It is. It's one of the friendliest places.
It was.
I've
It
ever
was
been.
one of the friendliest places. Yeah.
All right.
Even with the photography, to approach people and ask for pictures, I would always ask, "Can I take your picture?" Always, they would. Pretty much always. Every once in a while, somebody would say no. And we respect that.
Well, can we look at a couple of pictures?
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, well,
This
here's
is-
one right now.
Yeah. We went to the dance studio.
Oh, you went to the. I
Yeah.
didn't get to the dance studio.
Yes.
You got to the
So
dance studio.
I was able to just take whatever pictures I wanted there.
Oh,
was-
that's
it was
nice.
This is just showing you the type of
Oh,
transportation that we
Little
rode on.
panning.
If we wanted to go to the restaurant or something, we'd hop on one of those. And now these were some boys that we brought candy and gum and stuff like that. So I brought out a pack of gum and started handing one child. And then these kids came from everywhere, and their hands were just up in the air I think I have another picture of them wanting the gum, but they kept acting like they didn't get any gum. Now this is Chinatown.
Now,
I
there's
just
something
thought it was-
interesting about Chinatown in Cuba. Did you eat there?
No, but we walked through it. It was just interesting that they had a Chinatown there.
What's interesting about it is, I don't know if you noticed, there's no Chinese food there. None whatsoever.
That's what you said.
It is
We didn't
literally
eat.
just spaghetti.
Yeah.
It's just spaghetti. There's no rice. There's
Yeah.
none. It's not
Yeah.
Chinese food at all. It's like basically Italian food in a Chinese scene or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, look at
Now
this.
this is me and my husband with one of our taxis in front of the hotel we stayed at. And the hotel was, it wasn't fancy. It was very modest, but it was clean and the people were so nice.
And it was at
accommodating.
so they have, is it a small hotel or an Airbnb? How'd you find the hotel? Did Julie find it?
Julie
for
found
you?
it.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Julie
It's-
is our events manager. So Julie manages like our live events and stuff. For all the years that we did Photoshop World, they were all run by Julie, and Julie is really great at making things happen.
She did.
So
She was
Julie
amazing.
found your hotel for you?
Yes. She
All
got
right.
the hotel.
Well,
she-
I will say this: if Julie
airline.
found it. It's clean.
It was.
Julie's
it was
crazy
It was
about
perfect.
cleanliness. Julie's
Yeah,
like,
it
"You're
was
not
very
staying someplace
clean.
that's
Like
not-"
I said, you could tell that the stuff was old that they had in there, but
Yeah.
the people couldn't have been nicer. They had a breakfast for us every morning.
Ooh, they had breakfast.
Yes, it
Nice,
was
nice. All right, so oh, I want to see some more.
Now this-
That's a good shot.
This is the one that I don't know, but these eyes of these Cuban people in a lot of the pictures is what really gets to my heart. And this little boy, and that was the one that I won with the Muse contest.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
one in what with the Muse of Photography
Yes,
Awards.
uh-huh.
Yeah, that. Can we see that last shot again? That's an award-winning shot right there. Go back one more. Right there. So this one won in the Muse. This is a
Yeah.
terrific shot.
Mhm.
it's terrific. I mean, there's so much good stuff going on in this one shot, but there's just it's the eyes, right?
It really is the eyes and the way the boy looked at me. You just wonder what he's thinking.
Yeah, I wonder what he is thinking. He's like, hey, is that Karen Grillion?
I know, is that her? And Alfonso told me that usually the ladies in white don't allow you to photograph them.
Yeah, that's true.
They're
right?
protesting, But I said, well, just let me ask her. So I just, in my own way, asked her, and she was flattered. So she just stood back and posed.
That's nice.
And they said, if you can get that picture, that's a great picture.
Yeah, because they don't.
They
if
don't
you
do
see guys, you'll see guys wearing white pants, a white shirt, and a white umbrella.
Yeah.
They're like, don't photograph.
Yeah.
They don't want to be photographed.
But I did
so
ask her, and since she gave me permission,
Oh, I like this one,
this one,
too.
I was just showing the lifestyle that you see everywhere. The laundry's hanging up everywhere. The people are.
But you know what? It's such a. Ooh, I like that one too.
Now, this was one of the first people that I ran across when I came out of my hotel, and I asked him if I could take his picture. And he said yes. But look at his eyes. He didn't pose. I mean, he didn't give me a smile. He just gave me.
That's what I
look.
love.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah, if they smile, it's kind of
I didn't want the smile. I want him
Right.
to be who he was. And he
what
gave it to me.
character in his face?
The face,
Can we go back
the
and
eyes.
look at that? Yeah,
He's
look
just,
at the character.
he looks so concerned,
Oh, man.
Uh-huh.
Did you just get one shot?
I took a couple of shots of him, but I did bring money. And if I was going to take a picture, I did offer some money. And they were so happy about that. So I would say, and they would always agree if you gave them $1 or $2. And lots of farm stands there.
Your post-processing is on the money.
Thank you.
Your post is really, really nice.
This is another guy that I was just walking by. I asked, could I take your picture in my way, because he didn't speak English. But he had the bars in front of his face, but I asked him just to move over a little bit, and he did. But he still gave me that look that I wanted.
Oh, yeah, and that is really, when you're shooting people in another country, you don't really want them to smile.
No, because a lot of times they would do this and smile, and I'm like, no.
No, just
be
regular. Hey, we're going to take a short pause. We're going to look at some more pictures, and we'll be talking with Karen. And of course, we're going to be giving our giveaways. Don't forget, if you have any comments or questions or anything, drop them in there, and you're automatically entered to win one of these fantastic prizes. And Mr. Kuna, I want to hear from you. I know you got questions about Cuba. Mr. Kuna.
I'm here.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Erik.
Yeah, so kick in here. All right, stick around. We'll be right back.
We know who looking like this for real. We know who looking like that. We know who looking like this for real. We know who looking like that.
If you're like me, and I'm betting you are, you love Lightroom tips. I love them. I love those little things that make you faster and more efficient and more productive. I mean, that's why I run the website lightroomkillertips.com. Well, if you like this type of stuff, I got a brand new class where I've got 25 of my all-time favorite Lightroom tips. I got some brand new ones you've probably never seen before. I've got some ones that you remember from years ago and you forgot about. I got some new twists. There's just so much stuff. We're going to have a great time together. So come and check out my brand new class with 25 of my all-time favorite Lightroom tips. And it's exclusively here at KelbyOne.
Hey everybody, Kirk Nelson here from the Pixel Pro Photography. I'm back down here at KelbyOne Studios, and I've got a fantastic course for you this time. We are talking all about developing brand new backgrounds for your images. If you've ever had an image that you've taken that you discarded because that background wasn't what you wanted, bring it back. It is not dead. I'm telling you, you can resurrect those images because now we can take backgrounds and turn them into something special. We are going to go through so many different new features and functions within Photoshop. We'll use automated distraction removal. We'll use sky replacement. We'll use the generative fill plus the generative workspace to create all new backgrounds. We'll even create a do-it-yourself synthetic background using a bunch of different filters. We will take an image, the shot in the dusty old gymnasium and turn it into something worthy of an athlete's poster. You're not going to want to miss this one. Come check out my latest class at KelbyOne.com.
Erik Kuna here with KelbyOne, and I'm here at Death Valley, California, at Death Valley National Park for a new class in our National Park series over at KelbyOne, where we're teaching you all about what you need to know to master photography at the national parks. And in this class, we're going to focus on Death Valley. I love Death Valley because it's such a diverse landscape. When you first look at it, you first get here, you might think, hey, it's not that different. But as you start to see the different environments, like here we're at the sand dunes, we're over at the salt flats, we're at overlooks, we're at badlands, we're at colorful artist palette. We've got all these different things that you're going to see and be able to capture as a photographer and know how to make the most out of Death Valley. Join me at my new class on KelbyOne, Photographer's Guide to Death Valley.
This segment of The Grid is brought to you by B&H Photo, the professional source since 1973.
I'm back.
Thank you for that totally spontaneous and unprompted applause. That was, you just, wow, I'm taken aback. All right, for those of you who are just joining us, we're talking with Karen. She was the winner of our dream photo shoot, and she wound up going to Havana, Cuba, and meeting up with two wonderful guides. Now, Christina is putting in the chat, or may have already put in the chat, Alfonso's email address. So if you want to go to Cuba and have an incredible experience, this is your guy. And he's just a joy, and he knows everyone as they walk down. Isn't it funny how when they walk down the streets, they know everybody, and you'll get into places you would never get into on your own, and they are, inexpensive, and you're really helping them out. You're really helping out a fellow photographer, right? Because their economy is in shambles.
Yeah.
And so
But I did notice that they were giving to people that would ask. They would give money themselves to the
they're
Cubans.
such
so
gracious, yeah. And everywhere you go. So I want to see more of Karen's pictures. Let me just check with Mr. Kuna. Mr. Kuna, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, you got any questions? You got any questions for Karen? We're finally getting to ask her one-on-one.
Yeah, I think one of the things that I'm curious about is, besides photography, what did you find most interesting about Cuba?
It was how warm and welcoming the people were, I think, that really shocked me. That, I just felt walking down the streets that I could approach people, to take pictures. And the food was amazing, too.
The food is great, isn't it?
Can I tell you that we took Alfonso and Chino out for a meal, and it was in a really nice restaurant. And the food was amazing, and everybody had cocktails. And I'm thinking to myself, this is going to be kind of expensive. Basing it on what I know.
Sure.
We got our bill and it was $36.
Dinner for four with drinks. I know, it's crazy.
Yeah, it was $36.
It is crazy.
We were shocked.
And it's great. Sharon's
awesome.
Sharon's got a comment here. She says, and she's talking about Karen's photography. Awesome people photography. Like Scott says, her post-processing was incredible. Let me tell you what's so good about your post. It never gets in the way of your photos. You don't do too little. You don't do too much. You found whatever that sweet spot is.
I learned it from the best.
Well, you're very kind, but you can still just move that slider as far as you want. But you found that sweet spot. Look, bring up that last picture. I mean, just take a look, right? Everything. Now
this man was there by himself at first, and I did get his portrait, and I asked him, and he agreed. And then all of a sudden, these people came from nowhere and wanted their pictures too. You know, so I thought that was fun. And then I show them the picture, and they were just so happy to see themselves in the picture.
Oh my gosh! Well, but go back to that picture for 1 second. Go back to that. Look at that post. Like, it never gets in the way of the photo. Whatever sweet spot you've been trying to find, that's you've got it. It looks great because your colors aren't oversaturated, but they're just right. I mean, it's beautiful. It's lovely to see. Let's take a look at that next picture. A little panning.
Yeah, I had to practice my panning.
Can I talk about panning? So Karen is in the inner circle. So for those of you who are not familiar with what that is, so at KelbyOne, we have another level of membership that we created a year ago called the VIP member. And if you've done VIP for a year, then you can get into what's called the inner circle. And she's in the inner circle. So one of the things that we do are assignments. And our first assignment was to try to do panning. Now, we teach you how to do it, and then you have to go do it. And 2 weeks later, you have to turn in your images, and we give a nice award to whoever wins. We have these nice little trophies. In fact, maybe someone will grab me one off the set that we use over there. We have a British pub set that we use back there, and maybe somebody will grab the award and I can show it to you. But anyway, Karen won the very first one. She won the panning one with an amazing photo. What was it, an egret?
It was a duck, Canadian goose.
Oh, Canadian goose. And she hadn't really done panning before.
But now I am.
And she won. Oh, let me see. Thank you, Warren. So they get an award like this. It's a very nice award and all. It doesn't say Bob Sagamano like this one does. Karen's name is on it. We ship it to you. Yep. And Sherry Keene, who's watching, she won this month. She won this month.
She had an amazing shot.
But Karen almost won the second month. I'm like, Karen, at some point you got to stop like winning everything. But she that first shot, you couldn't believe it. And so take a look at this panning shot, right? It's on the money.
I guess what I like about this picture is you feel like you could be back in the 1950s, and the way you can't really see the people and what they're wearing with that car.
Oh, the car is great. And you know what it is? This is what I love about panning shots for travel photography, because I don't think a lot of people think to do it for travel, but it creates a excitement and movement and vibrancy that makes you feel like you're there. Like when you see this shot, you feel like you're walking across the street. I love it. I love this shot.
Thank you.
Great colors too. Look at the orange on the car and then the color of the buildings behind it. It's very, very nice.
Thank you.
Let's see what else we got. Let's take a look.
Now this was an iPhone shot, and this is sitting on the balcony looking into our hotel, so you can get an idea what the hotel lobby looked like.
Oh, that hotel looks interesting.
Yeah, it was nice.
That's where I'm going to stay next time I go.
Yes, it was amazing. This is the one with the kids where I was passing out the gum and they all gathered around. They said we did, they were trying to make me feel like they didn't get any, so I'd keep giving it.
Oh,
this is just nice. A street photographer or a street performer counting his money.
Hey, let me ask you.
Yes.
Did you hear a lot of music while you were there?
Yes.
The music there is phenomenal.
The music was everywhere. You'd be eating and there's music right there, and
they're just telling me, the control room's telling me they've got look at this shot.
Now this one has a totally different look, but we actually ate at the place with the green umbrella.
I know exactly where this is.
And look back, you can see the Capitol, which I love, that in the background.
Oh, yeah.
And then this girl just walks into the scene matching the tablecloths. I thought was a great touch.
Hey, so the control room just let me know that they have a video from you.
Yes.
So,
and my daughter made this video, I have to tell her.
Oh, nice. Oh, she did the post-processing? All right, it runs in the family.
She did the video.
All right. Oh, I love this shot. Let's go ahead and roll that video and let's take a look.
It's quick.
Te adoro, mi vida.
Havana, na na. Half of my heart is in Havana, na na. He took me back to East LA. Havana, ooh, nah, nah. Half of my heart is in Havana, ooh, nah, nah. He took me back to
Happy holiday, ladies. Welcome, welcome.
Yeah. Yeah. Those are great. These are wonderful. Jill says, I'm really enjoying your photos, Karen. What would you say was your biggest challenge photographing in Cuba? So we'll ask that. She's got a two-part question, but I like that. So what would you say was your biggest challenge photographing in Cuba?
You know, it was a personal problem because I would get so excited about what I was seeing that sometimes I'd change my settings and I'd be over here doing this and I'd go into different lighting and I'd forget all about the settings and I'd just start capturing the photos.
Right here.
And later
That's
on,
me.
I would get back to edit them and I'm like, oh, that was the wrong settings, but I still worked with it. Nowadays, you can kind of tweak things, you know. But that was my own personal challenge. But
It's
photographing
exactly
the
what I do.
people and photographing things, they were there. The compositions were everywhere. Everywhere you looked.
It's true, isn't it? It's a photographer's paradise.
It was. When I looked at it, I'm like, oh my gosh. Everywhere I saw compositions.
And you did great with people. Like a lot of your, like in the video, a lot of your shots. We're going to look at more of your photos in a moment. The second part of Jill's question is, what surprised you the most about Cuba?
Probably, I was a little, apprehensive about going, but after I got there and got the feeling of the people and how kind everybody was, it was just, you can walk down the streets and I didn't have any fear at all.
Yeah.
I felt totally safe the whole time.
I don't think I've been to any place friendlier.
Yeah,
and I've been to some countries that were very friendly, and I thought, hey, this is really great, but Cuba's another level of friendly.
And before I left, people were saying, oh, you can't go there. Don't go to Cuba. And they were afraid for my life, and I'm like, but it was not like that at all.
Well, number one is there's not a lot of crime in Cuba, right?
Yeah.
Because you don't want to go to a Cuban prison.
No.
Number two is there's crime against tourists is virtually unheard of. Right?
They are so happy you're there.
They are, aren't they? They're
that
thrilled
you're
that
giving
you're
out
there.
your dollars and you're buying their things.
They are thrilled, right? So, all right. So, Mr. Kuna, standing by over at the air show is Mr. K. So, Mr. K, you got any questions for Karen before we look at some more photos?
Yeah, I definitely do. The one that I'm most interested in is so Karen. You went through the VIP and you're now in the inner circle and we're seeing your images. And what are you doing? Like, what is your crazy secret sauce that you got going on?
You know what?
Because I'll tell you
what I believe. If you want to get really good, you got to work really hard. And so I have been working really hard. I mean, I have friends that ask me too, what am I doing? Because my photography has really changed over the last couple of years. And it's because of these challenges. And when I get a challenge, I'm working really hard to get, to represent myself well, not necessarily to win, but to learn and grow. So I've seen such a difference in myself and feeling better about my photography and coming back with more good images than I used to. But I think it's just, you got to do it. You got to do it. Get out there and do it.
You sound like Erik. It's Erik always saying
Yeah,
the
that's
same
my thing.
Good photography doesn't fall in your lap.
No.
You have to work for
Great
it. Right?
photography is very hard. And I'm telling you, that's what I notice in your work, is that you're putting in the effort to actually make great photos. And most people just don't want to put in the effort. But I can see in your work that you're doing it, you're putting in the effort. You even have the thing we talked about in the VIP program about the looks. And you have a certain look to your editing. That's what I think Scott's talking about so much in your editing. You have a consistent look. It's never too much. It's never too little. But I can tell it's your photos. So, I mean, you're just doing a great job. I just
thank you.
I'm very, we're just very happy because that's why we're in business, right? And that's why we do what we do.
Oh,
so
well, what you guys are doing is really changing what I'm doing, because if it wasn't for me being in these circles or the inner circle or the VIP, I wouldn't have these challenges to work on. And I am working on my photography every single day, whether it be I'm out shooting, I'm on my laptop at night editing, or I'm watching a class, so it's a lot of work.
Well, you're definitely proof that it works if you work it, because you're working
Erik,
it. I mean,
is there a way? I've lost Erik in my headphones, so for whatever reason, I'm hearing you bounce off of Karen's, but I don't hear Erik at all. But Erik, so one of our challenges that we did for the inner circle was food photography. But it wasn't to
Yeah.
just go shoot food. It was like you got to shoot it like a pro. Like it was.
Yeah.
None of these things are designed for you to go, yep, check, I did it. Like they're designed for you to make a really good photo and learn that. And so we teach it first. In fact, I did a live shoot here in the studio to teach how to do food photography, and then everybody had to go and do it, right? And had you shot food before?
No.
All right, Erik, is there a way you could find Karen's food shot? She almost won the second one. It was one of my
well, I
favorite,
know
if not
this.
my favorite.
I can totally remember because I also saw Karen
I
post
can't
it
tell
on.
if Erik's saying yes he can or no he can't, because I just don't hear him in my headphones
Yeah.
at all.
So
we're gonna.
I think we could probably. I think we could probably find it.
All right, he's back.
Definitely, Scott. Yeah, I think we could find it. But I totally remember what you're talking about, because one of the things that I noticed on Facebook is that Karen had posted more pictures of her food photography assignment, and every one of her photos, I remember saying, like, this is better than most restaurant photos. Like this is something that restaurants need to hire you in order to do it, because there's so many restaurants that don't even have that good of photos. So, but I think, again, you're doing the thing that most people won't do. They don't want to put it's anything in life. You put in the effort,
it's anything.
you become that craftsman,
Yes.
and then you become really good at it, and you're becoming really good at photography.
All right.
And it's
But Erik,
it's
you're
amazing. So
skipping
let me
over
see if I can-
something. You're skipping over something, and it's something that we're never supposed to talk about in photography. It is something that we're sworn to keep a secret. But what Karen has is something we never talk about. It's called talent. And so we're supposed to act like we're all on the same playing field. But some people just have a better eye. Some people actually are better. Like I was
absolutely.
My career as a gymnast was not going to work. I don't care how much I wanted to be a gymnast and how much I was willing to work at it.
But if you did it every day, you might be.
If I did it every day, especially at this point, they'd be landing that helicopter that they take you to the hospital in on day one. There he goes. Bay flight is what we call it.
Broke another hip.
But broke another hip. There we go. Day two. But see if you can find that, Erik. I'll
look for it.
Because we got to take a break real quick. So before we take a break, I just want to mention coming up next month is our Lightroom conference. So we do one a year. It is a 2-day event with great cast of instructors. It's a 2-track, 2-day event with a pre-conference day with the bonus classes and stuff the day before. It's all included, and you get to stream the whole thing. You can watch it live, and then you get to stream the whole thing afterwards. For an entire year. And we got some great instructors, right? We got some killer instructors. And look, Katrine Eisman from Adobe is going to be one of our instructors. Look, Serge Remily. Look at all the people. Ian, we got Sean. We got Erik Kuna. How did we get Kuna?
Wow.
Oh.
I don't know. I mean, look at that. We got a great cast of Rob Sylvan, the giant uber brain of, by the way, that's quite a good shot of him. Right? That's a good shot of Rob. I love the lighting on him. We got Terry. We got Tracy. She's so good. We got a great, and Hilmar, of course. I love Hilmar. We got a great cast of instructors. You can save $150 if you sign up now. Go to KelbyOne Live, and next month you'll be a part of the whole thing. We've got photographers all over the world signing up for this event. Come and sign up now. KelbyOneLive.com. Get your ticket now, and we will be seeing you online in just a few weeks. But now, my friends, it's time for our final break of the day. When we come back, we're going to look at some more of Karen's photos. We're going to give away some stuff, and we're going to slowly pan the jib over to the greatest people on earth. Yay!
Hey guys, Kirk Nelson here from the Pixel Pro Photography. I'm back down here at KelbyOne Studios, and I've got a great course lined up for you this time. We are talking about killer tips and tricks updated for 2025 in the beta version of Photoshop. We are going to dig into the newest features, the ones that work really, really well, and it's going to change the way you approach design. Ones that kind of work, are still in development, but are a lot of fun to kick the tires of. We're going to dig into the AI craziness that's been taking it over and talk about all the generative technology that's within the program now. We're going to have a ton of fun with these. You're going to learn a lot, and we're going to really explore areas of the program that you probably haven't seen before. Only at KelbyOne.com.
Hey guys, I'm Karen Hutton and welcome to my class about Zion National Park. This park is absolutely gorgeous and it makes me so excited to be part of the greater National Park series that KelbyOne is doing. Zion National Park to me is really special. I've been here many times. Throughout this class you're going to see footage of me and scenery from other trips, because I really wanted to give you a full experience of the place over time and different conditions and so on and so forth. Zion is really a big, big park, and you're going to want a car. We'll talk about other ways of traveling through it. But just as an overview, I think of Zion in 4 sections. One is Kolob Canyons, there's Kolob Terrace, then there's the Scenic Canyon on the beginning the east side, and then the actual east side on the farthest other side of the park. So buckle up, we're going to cover all the areas and some of the specialities that each one has to offer, some of the things to be careful about, to be prepared for. We're going to talk about gear, we're going to talk about all kinds of things. So come join me on my latest epic class on KelbyOne.com.
This segment of the grid is brought to you by Platypod, the world's most compact tripod base.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's? Do you know what's bad? We lost a few people. Like they didn't even make it through the show, right?
Was it me?
You know, Jeremy and Allison, they were there, and then they're gone. Like they're like, yeah, we're not putting up with this. Anyway, we only have a few minutes left, and I definitely want to see some more pictures. Mr. Kuna, you hanging out still there?
Yeah, and I have her pictures, I think, pulled up. Those food pictures we were talking about.
Yeah.
I don't know if they can see it. Yeah, but now the one thing I would say, as preface is, I think this image is what Karen entered into the contest, right?
Yes, it is.
A couple things. One, there's a restaurant down the street from our studios who serves very similar food, and you need to go over there and tell them you'll reshoot their menu, because I remember going in and seeing their stuff. They have like all the same food, and I'm like, man, Karen's shots was way better than whoever took your photos. But not only did Karen do this photo, but she did other setups. So like she had this photos, right?
Oh, nice.
And yeah, and then the other one you did was this photo, right?
Yep.
So
oh gosh,
and this is what I find so like you went to the point of where you worked this, and you. Correct me if I'm wrong, you've never shot food before?
Never.
Ever, right? Before
No.
this? Yeah, I mean, wow. Yeah, I mean, amazing stuff.
That's taking it
Amazing
seriously,
stuff.
right? Wow,
Yes.
those are just terrific. Just
Well,
great.
thank you.
I love that one. I thought,
Yeah, that one.
holy
Yeah.
cow, she's going to win again. And it would be bad if Karen wins
I know.
every one.
I don't need
but,
to. I already won.
But yeah, she won the month before. Like, come on, Karen, let other people have a shot at it. All right, so I want to see some more Karen pictures. And Erik, if you've got any questions, just bop in. Don't wait for me.
Now
Oh,
this
this is
guy was
great.
this was at the ballet, but this guy was off in a side room working on the costumes. I thought that was pretty interesting. And
Oh,
look
the
at the
light
green
on him is
wall
terrific.
that he had and the red flower. I thought, okay, thank you.
I was telling Eric, I was telling Karen on the break, I'm like, your pictures are making me want to go back to Cuba. Like, I want to go back again now that I've seen her pictures. Oh, I love this. It's
Yeah.
hard to make a good picture of someone on their phone, but I love this.
I
one.
like it because of her hair. And there were so many storefronts like this there. People were like entrepreneurs all over the place trying to make their way, you know, trying to make money.
Ooh.
Then these cars, you know.
Wow, this is terrific.
I thought these people inside the car were pretty interesting. They all got
With their
their different glasses on. It was kind of funny. But these are the taxis that you ride in if you want to go anywhere.
Yeah, you're not going to be getting in a brand new car. Yeah, that's
Another
nice.
taxi with the cityscape.
I know where that was taken.
Now, this is the guy at the hotel. He was so nice, you know, that welcomed us at the door and made sure we were so happy. And he always had this smile. I had to show him.
What was the name of the hotel?
You're going to ask me. I don't know right offhand.
We don't know, but that's where I'm staying next time.
Yeah. And then there were all kinds of doors. I took tons of pictures of doors and windows and it was just
Now,
run down, but beautiful and the same.
Yeah, let me ask you something, because I found this to be a thing when we were there. The place is kind of crumbling, right?
Yes.
They don't have a lot of new anything since
No.
the 1960s, right? But it's not dirty.
No.
It's clean. Like, they have people going down the streets and cleaning the streets. Like, they work, that's their job. They're going with a garbage can and they're cleaning up
Yep.
everything. So while the place is slowly deteriorating,
They still have pride in their
yeah,
place.
it's
you
still
know?
it's the
They are
spirit
so
of the
proud
Cuban
of it.
people. The spirit of the Cuban people is just
Yeah.
amazing.
Mhm.
Let's take a look at some more pictures. Oh, this is nice.
The cars, they just made it.
Well, it's
This
a
was
very
towards the end of
symmetrical
the day.
picture, and I love the post on it.
Oh, thank you. We didn't go out at night. We just basically worked during the day.
And we saw this one before.
Yeah,
Was
we
that the
saw
last
this
one?
Uh-huh.
So are there any more, or is that all of them? Okay, yeah, we've gone back through. Well, that's perfect timing because we only have 2 minutes and 25 seconds left. Any last questions there, Mr. K?
No, I mean, other than just keep it up. You're doing a great job, and keep up the great work. I tell you, you're putting in the effort. You're putting in the effort.
Thank you. Well, thank you for what you guys have done for me. I appreciate winning the trip.
Oh, sure,
I mean,
sure.
I was, like I said, I was so shocked when you called my name, but happy at the same time. And it was really painless with Julie's help.
Yeah, and well,
It was
everything
a-
is painless with Julie.
Yeah.
Julie's a wonder. Yeah,
It was a wonderful experience.
She's
So-
phenomenal. Eric and I, we get Julie to help us with stuff. When we did a Las
she's on
Vegas
it.
workshop, it was a lot, and Julie did a lot.
Insane.
Yeah.
It was an insane workshop, and Julie did a lot of it. Like, she helped us get into places and
Yeah.
arrange things.
She's very detail oriented, and she made sure that we had everything we needed to get into Cuba,
Oh,
our
yeah.
hotels, our flights, everything. So
Let me tell you, if you have a list with 150 things on it for Julie, you
She's
don't have to worry. All 150 will be done. She's brilliant at that.
Oh,
She's-
I'm telling you, she was working the summit we've got this weekend, all the planning.
Oh,
my
yeah.
RV's loaded. My RV's loaded down with stuff that she's like, we need to bring this. We need to bring this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Julie's on it. All right, let's get some winners here. All right, so the Crush the Composition goes to Scott G. Great name. Congratulations. Jack K. won Moose's book, Takeoff. Vic from Port Charlotte won the Platypod Grip. Freddie Benavides won the On1 No Noise plugin. And Amy Davis won the V Flat. So how do you collect these bad boys? You'll need to send us an email at gridprize. So it's one word, gridprize@kelbyone.com. And we'll verify that you are really the person that won. We'll send your shipping address with it, or your email address if it's something we're going to email you, and then we'll take care of it. But if you could please do it by this Friday, so we can get it to you promptly. So 3 weeks from now, we're not still trying to get it to you. All right. There's a question from Donna. Donna says, when will your Paris workshop be released? Well, right now I'm focused solely on Venice, which is in 18 days, and then Tokyo. Once Venice and Tokyo get by, Tokyo's in May. I imagine very first week of June or something like that, I'll be opening up the tickets for Paris. Now, the way it works is this. If you've attended one of my previous workshops, you get the first shot at getting a ticket. If you're a VIP in Inner Circle, then you're next. And then I have a newsletter list. If you go to scottkelbyworkshops.com, and at the bottom of the page, you get on the newsletter list, then you'll get the advance notice before I let the public know. And so, and it very rarely gets to the public. It usually gets, by the time we get to the workshop list, it's usually full. But we had somebody cancel for Tokyo, right? And I sent out the email, and we were able to fill it in one day. So Tokyo is back to being sold out, as is Venice. But I'm thinking June for Paris, and it's with Mimo Madani. And Mimo and I, we have done a workshop in Paris before, and it's wonderful. There are so many great things, and we've got some new stuff cooked up for this time around. So we're very excited about it, and we'll let you know right around June when the tickets open up. All right. Karen, any last words, any last thoughts, anything else that you want to share about your experience to Cuba?
I just want to say thank you for selecting me. It was really a dream come true for a trip. I loved it. I mean, I can't believe how much I loved it. I love it so much, I'm going to go back.
All right.
So it was
great.
Amazing. So thank you so much.
Oh, the pleasure was ours.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, it was a good investment because you came back with some phenomenal things. So we feel like we bet on a winning horse on that one.
You.
That was great.
I can't thank you enough.
Well, thank you, Karen, and thank you. And where can they can follow you on Instagram?
Yes. Karen Grillion Photography.
All right. Can we zoom in
now,
on her?
I'm all over the place with my photography. I haven't zoned in on any particular thing, so I do shoot a lot of different things.
Well, that's okay. That's what Instagram's for. Mm-hmm. So Karen, and it's Grillion. Is that correct?
That's right.
So it's Karen Grillion, Grillion Photography over on Instagram. Go follow her right now.
Thank you.
And thank you for being on the show and sharing.
You're
all
welcome.
Your
It was my pleasure.
That was fun, and we're so glad that whole thing worked out.
Oh,
and like
amazing.
Erik said, his is going to be coming up here shortly. He's got a rocket launch for the other winner. This was a lot of fun. It was great seeing this whole thing come full circle. And my thanks to Julie for helping to make it all happen, and to Alfonso for being the greatest guide you could want in the
It was
city.
a very positive experience. I can't even think of one bad thing. It was
There
great.
you go. All right, everybody. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks to our sponsors, to our crew, and what is possibly the best studio audience in the history of studio audiences.